Hello, my beautiful Leo souls, and welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom. Gather close, you radiant kings and queens of the cosmos. I want you to be truly present with me for this message because I have a feeling the universe has been trying to get your attention. Tell me, magnificent Leo, how many times have you felt the immense unspoken weight of the crown upon your head? How many times have you stood as the brilliant, unwavering sun in everyone else's solar system, pouring out your light, your warmth, your incredible strength, just to keep their worlds turning? Even when you could feel your own inner fire beginning to flicker, how many times have you offered a dazzling smile and a confident roar when all your heart truly wanted was to be held, to be seen, and to be told, you don't have to be strong for a moment. Just be. If you are tuning in right now, especially if you find yourself in that powerful, transformative chapter of life between the ages of 40 and 65, please know this is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment. This is a sacred summons from the cosmos, a celestial decree declaring that your reign of relentless self-sacrifice is coming to a close. It is time, my dear Leo, to lay down the heavy scepter that was never truly yours to carry alone. It is time for your magnificent soul to feel light, to feel free, and to step into a chapter of your life so brilliant, so authentic, that you never even dared to imagine it was possible. A chapter of profound creative power, unshakable self-worth, and a love that mirrors the brilliance of your own soul. If this message is already resonating deep within your lion heart, if you can feel the truth of these words vibrating in your very being, I want you to do something powerful right now to anchor this intention. Seal your choice to reclaim your light with a like on this video, so this powerful energy can ripple out and touch other radiant souls who need to hear it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to become a part of our beautiful Cosmic Wisdom Pride, a soul covenant that ensures we continue to walk this path of awakening together. Finally, go to the comments right now and declare your readiness by typing the words, "I am ready to accept the luck, let the universe hear your roar." Now let me whisper a secret to you, a truth that will begin this incredible journey of release, right here, right now. The very first step lies in understanding the royal burdens you've been carrying, burdens that you likely accepted in the earliest days of your reign, back when you were just a cub. Are you ready to understand what they've been trying to tell you? Pause for a moment, magnificent Leo, and journey back with me. Since you were small, have you not learned that your role was to be the strong one, to be the leader, the entertainer, the radiant heart of the family? You learned to shoulder the emotional atmosphere of a room, to sacrifice your own needs, to ensure the show could go on, to keep the kingdom from fracturing. You learned to roar with laughter instead of weeping with vulnerability, to project an image of unshakable confidence instead of speaking your tender truth. And slowly, beautifully, but also dangerously, you became a radiant sun, reflecting the needs and desires of others, forgetting that you too have a soul that longs to be warmed, a heart that yearns to breathe and just be without the pressure of performance. I believe with every fiber of my being that you were not born to be a shadow, but to be the very source of light. Yet I also know there were so many times when you came to believe your light only had value if it was illuminating someone else's path. Ask yourself right now, with radical honesty, how many times have you forced that brilliant smile so that no one in your kingdom would feel disappointed, even while your own heart was quietly breaking behind the curtain? How many times have you said, "Yes, of course I can handle it," just to maintain the peace and uphold your image as the capable one, while the word, "No, I can't," was suffocating in your throat. You have been utterly exhausted, my friend, yet you kept going, fueled by a deep-seated fear that if you stopped, if you let the fire dim for even a moment, someone would turn their back, the applause would stop, the love would fade. And yet, let me tell you a profound cosmic truth. True love, the kind of love your soul truly craves, has never required you to lose yourself in order to please another. The universe does not want you to trade your authentic, magnificent soul for a fragile, conditional acceptance. It does not want you to carry the weight of a crown so heavy it forces you to bow your head. It wants you to stand tall, to live in your radiant truth, and to remember that you were created to be a glorious, unapologetic expression of the universe's light. Saying no is not selfish, Leo. For you, saying no is a revolutionary act. It is a way of saying yes to your soul, yes to your creative fire, and yes to the kind of true unconditional love that the universe is yearning to give you. I know you were taught that to love means to give generously, endlessly, from the boundless wellspring of your heart. But don't you see, when a gift is given out of obligation again and again, the receiver begins to see it not as a gift, but as their royal due. As the old saying goes, do a favor once it's a kindness. Do it 3 times, people consider it your job. And that, my dear Leo, is the precise moment when your generous help becomes your bondage and your beautiful love risks becoming exploitation. You have stretched your brilliant light so thin that others no longer see your boundaries. They only see an eternal burning sun that they assume will never set. But let me tell you something that perhaps no one has ever said to you with such loving firmness. It is time for you to stop, not to become cold or withdrawn, but to learn how to turn that magnificent warming light inward and care for yourself. Each time you refuse what wounds you, each time you set a boundary around your sacred energy, you are saying yes to your freedom, yes to your dignity, and yes to the divine, unconditional love the universe wants to pour into you. Listen to your body, Leo. It is your most loyal subject, and it never lies. Those sleepless nights where your mind races with responsibilities, the tremors of anxiety that feel like a caged lion pacing within your chest, the hidden tears that fall only when the curtain is down and the audience is gone. These are not passing emotions. They are signals. They are distress flares from your soul, whispering, "Let go, let go, let go." This is the clearest sign that you are holding energies, responsibilities, and emotional weights that do not belong to you. And if you dare to face those signals, to truly listen to their roar, you will discover something profound. The body and soul are always honest, always sounding the alarm long before you reach solar flare burnout. The question is, are you ready to finally hear that message and release the royal burdens that were never truly yours to carry? Because ahead, another truth awaits you, a truth your body has been roaring about for so long. Have you noticed it in recent days, dear Leo? How your body seems to be sending you urgent dispatches from the front lines of your soul. The inexplicable fatigue that feels like your inner sun is dimming the restless nights that leave you feeling more drained than when you went to bed. The sudden waves of anxiety that rise like a hidden fire, threatening to consume your carefully constructed calm. None of this is weakness. Let me repeat that. None of this is weakness. This is your soul, in its infinite wisdom, pleading for release. Every hurried heartbeat, every heavy sigh, every tension in your royal shoulders is like a small alarm bell reminding you that you have strayed too far from the natural, joyful rhythm of your own heart. Many believe these signs are merely physical, a matter of stress or age, but I believe they are so much more. I believe they are whispers from your ancestors, from the proud lineage of lions and lionesses who walked before you. They are touching your shoulder and saying, "Enough, beloved child. You do not need to carry the weight of the whole pride. It is time to return what was never yours." When your body feels worn, when a flash of anger or a wave of tears flows, without a clear reason that is your soul speaking a primal language you can no longer afford to ignore. Do not think you are weak for needing to pause to rest, to say, "I cannot anymore." In truth, the very moment you courageously listen to your body, you are stepping onto the most powerful throne of all, the throne of self-healing. For the body never deceives you. It is more honest than the mind, which can rationalize any sacrifice. It is more truthful than society's promises of reward for your endless strength. It speaks for the soul. It warns you long before you collapse. And if you listen, you will see that every ache is not just a muscle pain, but a stored memory, a reminder that you must release the emotional burdens you've absorbed from others. The universe has said, "My love for you is light." What you have carried on your shoulders all these years, the expectations of your family, the unspoken promises to your friends, the tears of those who lean on you, not all of it was ever meant to be yours. You have, with your immense and generous heart, unknowingly become the vessel carrying the excess energy, the unresolved pain, and the unfulfilled dreams of those around you. And now, the cosmos wants you to know that you no longer need to continue. You have the divine right to set down that heavy, invisible backpack. You have the right to breathe with ease, to fill your own lungs with the air of freedom. Imagine tonight, before you sleep, placing a hand over your powerful heart and softly yet firmly whispering, "I return to you what does not belong to me. I release it with love, and I call my own energy back to me now." Just one sentence, yet it is like a golden key unlocking the cage door and allowing your spirit to soar. No more straining, no more performing, no more suppressing. Only release and the gentle warming light of the universe covering you. Perhaps you have never allowed yourself to truly rest, my beautiful Leo. But remember this, your soul needs to be soothed, needs to be protected, needs to be celebrated just as much as those you have always championed. And if you listen even more closely, you will hear beneath the pain and the exhaustion a call to something even deeper, a call to the royal child within you, the vibrant, joyful, playful child who is still waiting for you to return, to hold it, to protect it, and to whisper, "From now on, you no longer have to perform to be loved. You are loved simply because you are." And that path to liberation, dear Leo, begins with that magnificent inner child. Are you ready to look into its eyes and step into the next chapter of your healing journey? Let me take you back to those distant formative memories where a small royal child learned that the price of applause was a flawless performance. You learned to stay silent about your own fears, to keep the peace in the house, to withhold your tender tears, to avoid being seen as weak, to please others, just to be bathed in the warmth of their love and approval. From those tender years, you already understood a powerful equation. If only you were good enough, strong enough, bright enough, then no one would abandon you. But that very habit, while it built your incredible strength, also planted a root wound in your heart. The wound that made you grow up in silence, bearing the burdens of an adult monarch, even while you were still just a cub who needed shelter, play, and unconditional love. I have seen people in their 60s, powerful and accomplished on the outside, who still carry the unhealed heart of the 6-year-old within them. On the outside, they are seasoned Lions leaders who have walked more than half a lifetime with courage and grace. Yet inside, that royal child has never been truly embraced. It has never once heard the gentle, freeing words, "Are you all right? Do you need to be loved?" without having to do anything or be anything in return. And I believe with all my heart that you too have carried such a simple, profound wish, that just once someone would look past the dazzling performance, past the radiant smile, and into your eyes, asking for nothing, only caring about the true ache in your heart. Healing here, Leo, is not about forgetting, nor is it about denying the pressure you have endured. Healing happens in the moment you return to that inner stage. Take the hand of that magnificent inner child and whisper, "From now on, I will not let you suffer in silence. I will protect you. I will no longer betray you just to please the audience. You are my most important subject." That is the moment you learn to stand on your own side, to be your own most loyal champion. And that, my friend, is the greatest gift you could ever give your soul. And you know the universe has always been there, a silent witness in the royal box, watching every silent tear you've shed behind the curtain. It has seen the moments you pretended to be fine when you were crumbling. It has seen the nights you finally collapsed in silence when the weight became too much. It never abandoned you. The cosmos has held, that child held you as if to say, "You do not have to endure this alone. I am here, and my love for you has never ever left." Breathe gently, Leo. Do not be ashamed of your vulnerability. Your tears are not signs of weakness. They are a sacred cleansing rain that allows your inner sun to shine even more brightly. You have walked a long, lonely road of pleasing others. Now is the time to return and offer yourself the tenderness, the applause, and the adoration you have longed for since childhood. But you are not alone on this journey. Beside you, there has always been a silent, steady source of light. Someone who has been there supporting you in the very moments you thought you would collapse. And the story of this person, this incredible soul, will open an entirely new chapter for your journey. Do you want to know who this celestial body in your orbit truly is? In the days, months, and years you thought you had no one to lean on, there has always been a silent moon to your brilliant sun. This person doesn't compete for your spotlight. They aren't loud, they aren't demanding, they don't need you to prove anything. Yet whenever you fall, they are the hand that gently lifts you. Whenever you lose your way in the darkness of your own self-doubt, they are the small, steady light just bright enough to guide you back to the path of your own heart. You may have grown so accustomed to carrying everything alone that you hardly notice their presence. But if you look carefully with your heart, instead of your eyes, you will see that figure lingering near you, quiet, yet unwavering. I believe the universe always places someone like this beside a powerful soul like yours as a tender reminder that you have never been forsaken. This person might be a life partner who patiently listens after a long day of you giving to the world. It might be a child who sees your fatigue and offers a hug even though you never complain. Or it could be a soul friend who occasionally sends a simple text just thinking of you that arrives at the exact moment you needed it most. They are the small, gentle flame keeping your soul from going completely dark. You have given so much, magnificent Leo, that sometimes you forget that someone is giving love back to you. Perhaps not through grand dramatic gestures that you are so good at, but through steady presence, through quiet understanding, through whispered prayers sent for you each night. That person is the divine gift the universe has sent, reminding you that you are still worthy of love, still worthy of being cherished, not for what you do, but for who you are. Remember how many times at the very edge of exhaustion, a single word of encouragement came, and it was from them. How many times you wanted to give up, but a hug, a shared glance, a genuine smile from them gave you the reason to continue. Even without your words, they understood the storm behind your smile. And that is what makes them the priceless treasure you may not have fully appreciated. It is time, dear Leo, to look back and see the true value of this sacred bond. Be grateful for it, embrace it, and if you can create together a new turning point, a journey you once dreamed of, a change in your surroundings, a creative project that fills you both with hope and excitement. Because this change is not random. It is the door the universe is opening so you and this beautiful moon may step into a new beginning together. And you know what? That beginning is so very near. It's like a grand royal hall that has been shut for ages, suddenly having its majestic windows thrown open. New winds are rushing in, and new brilliant light is flooding through. Do you hear that whisper, Leo? It is the call of the cosmos drawing you closer to the visible, tangible turning point that is waiting just ahead. There are moments in life, Leo, that are like a grand door suddenly swinging open, and you realize you are standing on the threshold of a profound change, an unexpected trip that sparks your soul, a plan to move to a place that makes your heart sing, or a brilliant new creative project flickering in your mind. None of it is by chance. It is how the universe arranges for you to breathe new air, to let a different wind sweep into a soul that has been confined for too long in the worn-out throne room of old wounds and heavy responsibilities. Imagine after years of weary repetition of playing the same role, you suddenly find yourself before a window that has been locked shut for ages. When it opens, light floods in, the dust of the past scatters away, and you draw a deep cleansing breath, a feeling of pure, unburdened joy you had almost forgotten. That is the image of the turning point that is coming towards you now. And this turning point does not come to take anything away from you. It comes to return to you your freedom, your laughter, your playful spirit, and the unshakable faith that your life still holds miracles. But dear Leo, there is one critical thing you must know. That door only truly opens when you are ready to release the relationships and obligations that only take from your light and never give back. You cannot step into the bright new room of your future while your hands are clinging tightly to the dusty burdens of your past. This is the soul's great test, whether you have the royal courage to say enough to those who drain your energy and to open your heart to the new people and opportunities that are more deserving of your magnificent presence. I believe you have heard your body and soul roaring for a long time that it is time to walk away from certain situations. Yet familiarity, a fear of the unknown, or the deep-seated habit of noble sacrifice has kept you still. Now the universe reminds you that the moment has come. For the cosmos never allows a door to close without preparing another more beautiful, more majestic one to open. The universe's plan for you is one of peace, joy, and hope. You do not have to do this alone. Remember the silent moon beside you. That person will walk with you, share the journey, and step with you into this new chapter of life. And in that beautiful companionship, you will feel lighter, stronger, and more ready to embrace the change that has been prepared for you. And then, when you truly turn the page, you will realize that every pain from before, every tear you once shed, was only preparing you for this moment. The moment you reclaim your own breath, your own light, your own throne. Yet the journey does not end here. To live fully in this new room of light, you need a new vow of the soul, a royal covenant with yourself that from now on, you will place yourself in the position you truly deserve as the cherished and honored ruler of your own life. It is time, magnificent Leo, to whisper to yourself a new vow, not to the world outside, but to the powerful, beautiful soul that has been sitting quietly within you all these years. You have made countless promises to others, promises to be there when they needed you, to carry their load so they could feel lighter, to shine your light so they could feel safe. But how many times have you stopped and asked, how many promises have I ever made to myself? How many times have I kept the vow that I would not let myself be drained dry? Again, self-respect is not selfishness. For you, Leo, self-respect is the very survival of your soul. For if you keep giving until nothing remains, the brilliant light within you will dim, and the world will lose a source of love and warmth that the universe sent to inspire humankind. The universe does not want you to live in the shadow of endless sacrifice. It wants you to love yourself as it has loved you, unconditionally, tenderly, and with reverence for your incredible spirit. Believe me when I say this, the moment you rise and say enough with a steady royal heart, life itself will rearrange around you. Those who truly love you will step back and honor your new boundaries. Those who only take without giving will quietly exit the stage, unable to exist without your constant energy, and the space around you will be filled with the light of healthier, more peaceful, more worthy connections. This is not loss. This is a sacred selection so that your soul may breathe, be free, and live in its truest, most magnificent meaning. Engrave this vow into your soul. Dear Leo, from this moment on, I will no longer betray myself just to please an audience. I will stand with the royal child within me, with my own powerful heart, and with the brilliant light that the universe has placed inside me. That vow will become your shield of protection, the mark of your glorious rebirth. And to anchor this new energy, to let the vow become more than words and turn into your lived reality, we will step together into a small, sacred ritual. Are you ready to finally release the burdens that were never yours to carry and open the door to your ultimate freedom, beloved Leo? Before we close our sacred journey today, I want you to give yourself a moment of royal pause. Place a hand upon your heart, close your eyes, and take a deep, cleansing breath. Feel that heartbeat, the one that has walked with you through years of joy and sorrow, through long nights of loneliness, through days when you thought you could not rise again. That powerful heart has remained resilient still, singing the rhythm of your incredible life. And today, it whispers to you, it is time to let go. Whisper these words gently to yourself. I return the burden that was never mine. I release it now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let each word be like a golden thread, loosening the invisible knots that have bound your soul. Trust that in this very moment, the universe is receiving all that you lay down, the pain, the worry, the responsibilities that are not yours, and it is replacing them with a tender, warm golden light. granting you the divine right to breathe, to live, and to love from a full cup. Dearest Leo, you no longer have to hold yourself so tightly. From this day forward, you may smile for no other reason than your own joy. You may express your vulnerability without shame. You may love yourself without guilt. This is the beginning of a new vow, the sacred vow you have made to your own soul. And to carve this ritual deeper into your life, let it become an action. Seal this vow with a like on this video as a sign that you have chosen yourself. Write in the comments the one thing you wish to return to the universe as a ritual of release. And subscribe as a soul covenant so this journey will always carry you alongside me and this beautiful cosmic wisdom community. I want to offer you a thank you from the depths of my heart. Thank you for listening, for opening your powerful heart, and for allowing me to walk with you in these tender, transformative moments. Thank you for your immense courage in facing yourself, for not everyone dares to look into their own pain and choose the path of healing. And I wish for you, wherever you are, whatever age you may be, that you always find peace within your heart, that you always feel the invisible hand of the universe and your ancestors resting upon your royal shoulder, reminding you that you have never, ever been alone. Now step outside or simply look out a window and breathe in the fresh air. Let a gentle, genuine smile blossom upon your lips. Remember that you are worthy of love, of respect, and of boundless abundance. Never, ever doubt this. For the universe has already written your name in the book of its strongest, most magnificent souls. Thank you for being here. Until next time, shine on.